Have mermaid nests finally been discovered, and did these creatures actually originate on Earth?
There are many questions that remain unanswered, but the mermaid sightings we've seen so far this year have sparked a ton of new debates. First on our list is the floating mermaid. This sighting has actually convinced some people that mermaids arrive from another world. While we have a general idea of what they might look like, there's so much about mermaids that remains completely unknown. People have been trying to locate the mysterious creatures for centuries, but they are also keen on learning their behaviors and habits as well. Well, now this person in the Caribbean believes they might have uncovered some new information regarding the humanoids. The exact location of the sighting is unknown, but it's quite clear that something is definitely out of the ordinary. The person managed to spot some remarkably large fishtails flopping around near the surface, but they were anything but normal. Aside from the fact that the tails were abnormally large, they also featured a very dark hue that seemed a little bit strange. There aren't too many creatures in this area that fit the description, so the person decided to approach the edge of the dock to get a better look at them. But just as they did that, something much creepier came floating by the shore. A mysterious head was bobbing out of the water, and its skin tone was identical to the large tails that were off in the distance. It seemed like these were definitely some type of humanoids, but the creepy face and the mysterious skin has convinced some people that these creatures are in fact extraterrestrial. There's a lot we need to uncover with mermaids, but this sighting definitely gave a lot of people the chills. Next up, we have the mermaid rescue mission. It looks like scientists might already be experimenting with mermaids. Seeing researchers in hazmat suits in the middle of the open is always a little unsettling, but in this instance, it doesn't look like they were working with any infections at all. Instead, this looked more like a scene out of Resident Evil when the umbrella workers are getting ready to release their latest monster on the world. We're not really sure where this one was being filmed, but it looks like these workers were carrying a strange creature away from a lake. They were holding onto a gurney that was carrying a mysterious beast, but the cover made it impossible to see the full creature. The only thing that was visible was a giant fishtail that was dangling off of the bottom. Now, some have speculated that these scientists may have captured the mermaid to perform tests on it, but others seem to think the creature could be man-made. The fact that they have tried to cover it up, though, is never a good sign. After that, we have the river demon. Was this mermaid actually taunting the camera? It's an extremely rare sight to see a mermaid in person, and almost every sighting has the exact same outcome. They rarely ever show their full bodies, and if they do, it's only for a mere second. These mysterious humanoids really don't want to interact with humans, and that's what makes this encounter so strange. While no human was actually present for this sighting, the creature was spotted by a trail camera that was set up in the area. It was pointed directly at a bridge that was passing over a small river, so it seemed like the owner was already well aware of a strange creature in the area. It didn't take long for the unknown animal to appear on camera, but it didn't swim away as soon as it was spotted. It instead decided to turn around and stare directly at the camera. Now, maybe it was just interested in what was keeping an eye on its home, but this was more than likely a clever scare tactic. It was very careful about hiding the rest of its humanoid body, but it was clearly letting the camera know that it was not welcome. This was definitely a chilling discovery that would keep most people away. We have the Greenland encounter. Were these scientists actually attacked by a mermaid underwater? It seems like these researchers were just trying to survey an area off the coast of Greenland when they received a hostile visitor at their vessel. The two scientists were traveling at extreme depths in a submersible while filming everything they encountered on their journeys. But while one researcher was filming one side of the ship with a handheld camera, a strange figure swam behind his back. It then reappeared in an instant when it smacked its giant webbed hand against the side of the window. The researcher turned around immediately to try and get the culprit on camera, but it had already disappeared back into the unknown. The researchers were convinced that a special type of humanoid had visited their ship, but it doesn't sound like they ever managed to spot it again. All we know is there is one very angry humanoid swimming around the waters of Greenland. And that does it for our look at the mysterious mermaid encounters that will make you question everything. We're still on the lookout for these strange humanoids, but it looks like some people are one step closer to getting some real answers. Up next is the cave mermaid. It looks like this person might have discovered an actual mermaid home. Another question that people have asked about the mythical creatures is where exactly do they live? Obviously we know that they spend the majority of their lives underwater, but it's a bit of a mystery where they actually catch their beauty sleep. It's technically possible they could just lie down anywhere, but considering how intelligent these creatures are supposed to be, they're more than likely building some kind of elaborate nest. This person in Mexico was determined to get to the bottom of this mystery when they found a mysterious cave that was filled with water. They decided to throw on some diving gear and jump inside, and they were shocked by what they found. It didn't take long for a strange humanoid to go swimming past the camera, and the diver made sure to capture everything they could. The humanoid swam through the water before making its way towards a large underwater rock formation. It almost looked like it was searching for some kind of an entrance, meaning the rock formation could very well have been its actual home. This was an alarming encounter, but it potentially proved that mermaids could be resting in underwater caves.